Welcome to Street Beat. I'm your host, Carol Cain. Today we're joined by our favorite teachers, the Hall siblings, Renee, LaTanya, and Frank, to discuss etiquette, turning your dreams into reality, career planning, and planning for college. Up first is Renee, who has some helpful tips on etiquette.
Welcome back to Street Beat. I'm LaTanya Hall. We've all heard the saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Today, we'll show you how to make your child's dreams a reality, and in the process, teach them valuable life lessons. Joining me today are two experts in education, my siblings, Renee and Frank Hall. Welcome, Renee and Frank.
Thank you, LaTanya.
Okay, Frank, it's confession time. I want you to go back to childhood. I want you to think about what is it that you dreamed of doing or being when you were little?
Well, I dreamt of being a baseball player and a drummer.
Okay.
So in elementary school, I started taking the drums and then discovered I didn't really enjoy it. So when I got to middle school, I got exposed to the violin and loved the sound, and I just had a passion for it.
And you know, you were really good at it. If I recall, you were first chair, were you not?
I was.
Yeah.
I was.
Thumbs up.
Yes.
So that's great. And you know what else is interesting about that to me is that as an adult, you have now revisited what you loved as a child. And I think most adults lose sight of that. We have to keep in mind the passions that we had when we were younger.
Well, yes, that's because I've been in the real world for a while. And I was like, I need to go back in time to
get in your bubble.
To get in my bubble.
Okay, Renee, if I recall correctly, you were so creative, but you loved paper dolls.
You know, I still get excited about paper dolls. And although being an educator, a lot of the girls get on the computer, and you can do it, it's all computer generated. There was something about the interaction of cutting out the fashion, seeing the different models, putting the different outfits on them, interchanging what they had on. I was fascinated, and I still love it to this day.
Yeah, and you also, again, you're very creative. You had a piece of artwork in middle school that was hanging in the DIA. That's quite an accomplishment.
Well, thank you. I tell you, it's something that when I think about it in retrospect, it really is something that was really a moment for me to be proud of. I had worked really hard, and it's still hanging there in the DIA to this day.
A little dusty, but we're proud of it.
Lots of dust, yes.
Now that takes me, Renee, to as educators, how does academic achievement play into someone's dreams becoming their reality?
You know, it has a big part of that. Once again, academics is so important, and education is so important. We really want to plant the seed for our children to understand when you focus on education, it gives you imparts the knowledge on you so that you feel that you can really do anything that you want to do. You can focus on anything that you want to focus on, so it's going to build self-confidence and allow you to really explore some opportunities and think outside of the box and move forward in what you want to pursue.
I agree with that, Renee. Now, Frank, when it comes to parents believing in their children's dreams, as Mom and Dad did for us,
and they still do.
How does that impact kids? Do they have advantages or benefits?
Definitely advantages. It gives them an opportunity to have a future career, and also it gives them a focus so they don't deviate and get involved in drugs, alcohol, getting involved with the wrong crowd. So it definitely has advantages.
So they have the courage to go forward with what they want to do.
Yes, and the self-confidence.
Yes, okay, Renee, you're saying you have a 4-step process for parents that will help them to get started in the process. First thing you say is discover the potential of your child. How do they do that?
It's very important, LaTanya, once again, and it's very simple. I call it the ABCDs. And the first thing you want to do is when your child's playing, pay attention to what they're doing. If parents are more involved in observing their children, they're going to learn a lot more than they think. Are they playing with children where they're digging up something out of the dirt? Maybe they're interested in science. Are they wrapping someone's arm in paper towel or tissue? Maybe they're creating a cast, they want to be a doctor. Really take a moment and see what it is that they're focusing on, and then from there you really want to take time to explore some other opportunities to give them some options in life so they can think outside of the box once again and really see what they want to do with their lives.
Right, that's excellent. And I tell you, a lot of times parents are concerned about cost, but they can check with their community centers to find activities and classes that really they cost little to nothing.
Very little to nothing, yes.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing you say is help them to take action.
Definitely. First of all, get them in the process of writing things down, journaling what they want to do, and then from there teach them how to research that and get more information so they get a good understanding of what it is they want to pursue.
Okay, number 3 says show your support.
Cannot stress it enough. It is so important to be your child's biggest cheerleader. I'm not saying boast around the neighborhood to everyone, but I am saying cheer them on, stay connected, stay involved. When your children see you're involved, they stay excited and they stay involved.
They do, and then continuing to praise them and give them the reward of that gives them an emotional boost as well.
It really does.
Okay, and finally you say keep it fun.
Right. Once again, although we want them the best for them, they are children, so you want to give them time to play and have a good time with what they're doing on a daily basis.
That is so true, Renee. Now, can you explain to us, Frank, finally, in the last question, if parents are feeling overwhelmed, which they often do, what kind of advice would you give to them about their children?
They need to have patience, and more patience.
Hear, hear.
And the parents need to really understand that their children flourish at different rates. Everyone doesn't blossom at the same time, so they need to feel comfortable with that. And then just to continue to not overschedule their extracurricular activities. You don't want to overwhelm them.
Okay, so it's going to be important then to take your child to the opportunity versus waiting on opportunities to come to your child.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, wow, we're about out of time. Thank you all so much for great advice for our parents.
Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
having us.
Okay, well, leading by example is a priceless gift. Parents, your homework assignment is to contact your local city or county office, library, museum, or school to find 2 activities that interest your child. Then create an occasion where they can interact with other children who have the same interests. This will build their own community support as they grow. We'd love to hear your experiences. To leave a comment, please go to the Street Beat page on our website at cw50detroit.com. Remember, parents, passion, dedication, and focused hard work will help you and your child go to straight success. Next, we'll show you how to help your child find a career pathway.